Hey guys, welcome to my bonus live. All right, I'm a little like, I hope I have everything. We'll see. All right, I gotta figure out what I did with my picture from Friday or Wednesday, but that's okay. We're gonna roll with it. So, thank you all for joining me today. Yes, it's a bonus live. And as you're jumping on, definitely say hello, hello. We are going to finish some projects. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, it is 10 o'clock. And I'm also wrapping up my Friday video for you guys. So lots going on. Let's see here who is all on. Kim, Nancy, Deb, hello, hello. Okay, so Wednesday, what we did is we went into my stash, or I did, and I pulled out a bunch of items that I've had for a while, started a few projects, and we are wrapping these up today. So Wednesday, I keep saying Friday, but Wednesday, where did I set it? I'm trying to organize too, you guys. It's all a work in progress. Oh, it's right there. I'm gonna grab it. So one thing that we actually almost finished was this picture. And I'm kind of sad. I feel like I have to touch it up a little bit. So the picture is officially done. But there was a few spots. I think we should have just did 2 coats of the DIY. I did one, and when I sealed it, I thought it was really good coverage, but with how bright it is in here, I didn't realize there was a few brush strokes, and the green is coming through, and I don't like it. So we'll probably just do one more coat and then another seal on that. We also painted a lot of things. And what I've been very busy. So I'll show you what we painted. Hello, Dee, Kathy, Stephanie, Shelly. Thank you all for joining me. I love it. I love it on this bonus live. So what we had started, or what I had started from back from like when I was prepping for Cranberry Fest, you guys, I painted these red. So we actually used, I have to remember which one we used. Okay, we used Sweetie Jane. And somebody actually wrote in the comments that if you mix Sweetie Jane and another color, you almost get like the perfect match of Apothecary. So I'm going to have to check that formula or that mixology and maybe try that in the future. Oh my gosh, hello from the Netherlands. Hello, hello. Awesome. Cheryl says, it's a cozy rainy day here. I'm excited to watch you while I bake. Oh, awesome. So you guys, it has been really warm. I shouldn't even jinx myself. My husband is praying for snow because we always go up to our cabin over New Year's with a bunch of friends. We rent a cabin together and we have our snowmobiles. We go out on the ice fishing. Yes, we do have our cabin, but this cabin is huge and it houses all of us. And there's 4 families, right? 4 families, 3, 4. Anyway, there's a bunch of us. And anyways, we have like this spot where we put all of our drinks and we have this huge table for our meals. It's just perfect. But there's no snow. My husband said that he heard that it actually got into the 50s up there, which is kind of unheard of because last year during New Year's, we had so much snow. It was like a winter wonderland, and it's not like that. So I'm not praying for snow, but he is. I mean, up there, they can have it. Down here, I'm enjoying this little bit of warm weather because I can get outside and do stuff. So with that said, I painted these Sweetie Jane, and I actually went outside because it was so warm, and I sanded them all down and distressed them. And you can see the red is coming through, and it's looking so good. Now, I did have, and with all my organizing and everything, I did have little rounds that I had purchased. And my vision was I wanted to put the little rounds on the top and the bottom, make some kind of risers. And now, so I could not find them. So I improvised. I had a bunch of scrap wood. And what I did is I took the top of this candlestick and I traced around it. And that is, oh shoot, I did not put the do not disturb. I don't think I can do it now. Gosh, I hope nobody disturbs us. So that is, oh gosh, now I'm really stressed. All right, that is what I did. I cut out 6 of those. So we're going to do that, come up with a plan to finish that. And then we're going to take the dark oil wax and we are going to oil wax all of it. With this box or crate, everybody thought it was going to be a bleeder. So we sealed it with Salvation Solution, and then we also painted it with the Sweetie Jane. I had brought all these items outside, sanded them all out there, and I'm loving it. With these candlesticks, a little bit of that silver and white pop through. And this is, oh gosh, you guys, this is my favorite. So this started off as black. I'm going to move these candles, these things. So this started off as black, and then I painted it white, and then the Sweetie Jane. And so you can see like some of that chippy goodness popped through there. I love how the white came through. These are all looking amazing. Okay, let's see here. Kathy says it's been a high 40s here in Minnesota, and she loves it. Me too, me too. Kelly, hello. And there's no snow here. Yes. And we need snow for our snowmobiles, guys. That's the reason why my husband wants snow. Rituals and Recovery says, love that color that they are painted. Thank you. Amanda says they are beautiful. Hi from Colorado, 4Cs things. All right. And we have a Facebook user that says, good morning. All right, guys. So let's start with the crate, and then we're going to go to the candlesticks. So I have 2 options for the crate. I'm just going to set some of these aside so they're not in the way. Okay. I was thinking on the front, we'll pick one of these as the front, and we can either I have this stencil, and it's kind of hard to see because I cleaned it. I probably shouldn't have cleaned it. But when I was traveling, I stopped and I saw this stencil, and it's a JRV stencil. It's the only one that I have. I do carry the JRV stencil brushes, but not the stencil. So maybe that might be something I do in the future. I'm not sure. But so the thought is, this one says the Kroger Grocery and Baking. So either that on the center, I thought that would be very cool. We could stencil that on. I am also going through my stash of items, and I am trying to pull items out that I have. And so this is an old transfer that I've had since I started offering the IOD. And I don't even know what is left on here, but it's it's that big one. So let me see if there's anything that, oh, well, I don't know if this is going to be, or we could put this, we could put this on the front too. We could have it say Market. So there's that. We definitely need to hold on to this one. There's a lot of really, I guess I forgot I even had this. There's a lot of really awesome words on here, you guys. I don't want it to, hopefully it didn't lose any of its stickiness because the backing looks like it's coming off. I've had this for a while. They don't even have them in the tubes anymore, So Market is one of the things we could do on the front. or we could have it say the Kroger Grocery and Baking. So let's take a vote on that. And I'm going to keep that tube. Like I said, I'm going through my stash, you guys. Let's see who's all here. Deb says it's 47 here in Northeast Ohio along the lakefront. Ooh, that sounds nice. Jamie's here. Claudia, hello. Good morning from California. Nancy says it's 70 in Phoenix. Stephanie said that's a cool transfer. Hey, Paige. Hello, Emily. So it looks like a lot of you are joining. All right, let's chat then. What do you guys think? Do we do the stencil or should we do the transfer? The transfer is a little big. I don't think I'd be able to really get all that really cool. No, I would not. I was going to say, because there's some, I feel I could get everything except the very edge, or like where this points out on the sides. Okay, so we got stencil. Jamie says it's 33 in North Idaho. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Stencil. Yes. Okay, so everybody has agreed the transfer is too big. I just grabbed it just to show you what I had and your options. Okay, so let me just... Okay, I just want to roll this back up and then get it back in the tube so I don't wreck it, you guys. And we're going to set her right here. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and stencil. So we got this stencil, and I'm going to grab I brought all my tools here. I'm so ready today. Last time I did not feel as prepared, you guys, because I was last second. I'm like, let's do a 2-hour live, you know. Let's see. Save the trans for something bigger. Yes, I agree. All right, so everybody's thinking the stencil. We're going with the stencil. Oh, I use that stencil on my bushel baskets. Oh, it would be perfect on bushel baskets. Emily says, I missed the stencil. What is it? It's hard to see. Let's get it up here. Okay, so it says the Kroger Grocery and Baking, and then it says Bemis. I don't know if you guys can see it, and then it's got a date. So when I was traveling, I grabbed this, and it's just like a year and a half ago. I bought this, and I've used it off and on, and then I was like, oh, it's time to break out that stencil again. So that's one thing I'm trying to do is really organize my stencils and my stuff that I've been using. So one thing that I found to be very helpful is all my stencils that are like 12 by 12, I've actually stashed them or put them, I actually put them, and I'm going to show you what I did, and it's definitely helped. I put them all in the IOD envelopes. So these are for the stamps, but I put all my 12 by 12 stencils in here. So like all my stencils that I buy that are 12 by 12, like online, and the ones that I have from the Roycycled ones fit in here perfect. So that is one of the things that I've been doing, you guys. I'm going to put it back, and I have a spot for it. So I have all my holiday stencils together, all my fall stencils. I have all the Royce stencils together and another one. So I have them really nice and organized. Otherwise, they were just like everywhere. It was causing me stress. So right there at my fingertips. So I love it. Okay, so Stephanie says, put the Kroger and the established date. Okay, so it doesn't actually say established. It says 98 pounds when packed, October 1932. How do you store your molds? I'll show you how I store my molds. So since I've been really getting organized, you guys, I don't know if I can. I actually have a container like this. It's just one that I picked up at Walmart. It's the fabric containers, and they actually fit in here perfect. So I have them all like that. I also keep all of these. I think I'm going to put these to the back, and I might now need another one because you think I'm a mold hoarder, maybe. But that's how I store those right now. And let me just put this back away. And then it's right there in my cabinet. All right. Okay, Amanda says, I really need to organize my stuff. It's getting out of control or out of hand. Yes, that's how I felt. I had stuff sitting everywhere and I really needed it all in one spot. So that was something that I have been definitely working on in here. All right, let me see here. What am I missing? Oh, hello. It says, good morning, Sonnet. Becky here from Missouri. Hello, hello. Finally used my milk paint. I also used a paint overlay, which I wasn't sure how it would work, but it turned out beautifully. Awesome, Dee. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, Kathy says 33. All right, cool. Thanks. I can write the name on the side. Yep, you can definitely do that. All right, we have Fry's, which is owned by Kroger. Okay. Awesome. Let's see. 44, 43, 44. Oh, yeah. A bonus live today. Cool. Hello, Joan. Yes, I'm here. The molds get heavy quickly when stored together. I have mine in a heavy duty tote. Oh, Susan, yes. Yeah, that is perfect. It did take a little bit to get up here, but what I do is I just slide that out. It's like that fabric, so it slides out really nice, and I just pick out which ones I need, and then I slide it right back in. So, okay. Kathy, you're putting all kinds of numbers on here. I don't know what all of that means, but okay. All right, so let's go ahead. I think what I'm going to do is just do the writing. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to grab my stencil brush. Oh, I wonder where my, I want to do my littler one, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm grabbing, I just washed this, the 1-inch stencil brush. Oh, okay. So that's the mixture, you guys. The next time you do milk paint, you should try Sweetie Jane and Pantry Door. It does make apothecary. So like I said earlier, when there was a comment on my video saying that I should mix two of them together. So I should write that down. Let me do that because otherwise, you guys, I forget stuff. I'll have to go back. Here's all my little to-do note list. So that will be on. So Sweetie Jane and Pantry Door. And if I remember correctly, they said that it's 50-50. Joan says, I desperately need to organize all my supplies. Sometimes it's hard to find the things that I know I have, and then I find things I forgot I had. Yes, yes. So what caused me to start doing these 2-hour lives, you guys, is that I was pulling projects together and we started them and we would never finish them because we had 1 hour. And that was number one. And like the number one reason, because I'm like, and then I was trying to finish them after the live. And in many cases, they like these red candlesticks or all these candlesticks never got done because I am constantly doing stuff. So I'm like, you know what? We're just going to be doing a rolling 2-hour live for a while until I catch up on some of this. And the other thing is I'm trying to get this area really organized. And I have a lot of stuff underneath here, which that's where I keep, it's a table that I have like elevated. So it's a great workstation, but there's a lot of really awesome space underneath it. And then I kind of pull stuff up, leave stuff down there, pull it out when I need it. I am trying to get that organized as well. So we're going to clean this all up. I'm going on a little bit of a thrifting hiatus. We're going to try to work through some of the stash first, and you guys are going to help me. So we are going to finish these projects. And what I want to do as well is really work on coming up. Okay. All right, you guys, are you there? Oh gosh. Okay. So I forgot to do not snooze, but do not disturb. So I apologize. You guys, I have my phone up there. So if that happens again, we'll just keep on declining the calls. All right. Oh, Kathy says, sorry, my computer started doing its own thing and typing. Okay, so over that apothecary mixture, the Fairbanks family says she does white oil wax over the 50-50 mixture. So we'll try that, definitely. Amanda says, I have my PhD in crafting 2 projects half done. I love it. So yes, you guys have to hold me accountable. Okay. We got to get these things done. And before you know it, spring's going to be here. So we might as well just like forward focus to spring and start thinking about it. Winter didn't even hit, but that's okay. Because that's what we look forward to after the long winter, spring. Still here. Yes. We still see you. You can still put it on. Do not disturb now. I don't know. I'm scared. I do not want to touch up something, you guys, because one time I touched that screen and you guys went by. And then I'm like, well, it's done. Do you guys want me to leave? No, we want a 2-hour live, right? So that's okay. We're going to just continue on. So what color do you think we should do the stencil? I'm thinking black might be a bit harsh. But I have so many really fun colors now. These are perfect for just like doing like quick little projects. I love them. And it's a great way to test different colors if you haven't had a chance to test one. Okay, have been liking this one. It's called Hazelwood. So let's try that. A gray tone, Amanda. You and I are thinking, yep, this is a gray tone. So it's called Hazelwood by Fusion. And let's see here. I just want to see spending my day drying orange slices and making sourdough bread while watching your live. Oh, that sounds fabulous. I actually am going to be cutting some orange slices this weekend too. I love the smell of those. And yes. So let's see here. All right. So Amanda says gray tone. The Fairbanks family says weathered wood. This has actually gotten me to finish my half dinner projects. I finished 3 yesterday. Unfortunately, I started another one though. Yeah, so we're going to finish these and hopefully start another one so that we can finish them on Monday. But I am kind of thinking that I really want to go with a gray tone on this as well. And I think Hazelwood is what I'm going to choose. Black or dark gray. Yes, this is a really dark gray. Greetings all. Was working, time got away. Free Spirit said. All right. Okay, so Manor Green. I'm really feeling gray, guys. So let me figure out here where to put this baby. All right. Let's see. Okay, so right about there is the center. Okay. Oh, now I just moved it. Dang it. Good Lord, Sonnet. Oh, good thing that I checked. All right, right about there. And I think because of how I am move stuff about, I think I'm gonna tape it. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right. Jackie says, hey, from Arizona, 79 today. I've never made it to a live. Oh, well, thanks for joining us. That's awesome that you're here. Okay. So I'm just going to take a little blue tape and I'm going to tape this down. I did not plug in my overhead camera just because I thought with these lives, why not just chat it up and you guys can watch me like this. So, all right. Okay, so this is the color that I went with. It's kind of like a grayish. It's got a, yeah, it's like a dark gray, and I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, so we're using the 1-inch stencil brush from JRV. I'm just going to offload a little bit. Oh my, this is like kind of loud. Tell me if it's too loud for you guys. I'm sorry if it is. Well, maybe this isn't dark enough. Okay. I don't know what is making the noise. That's okay. Let's see here. Sonia says, hello, Sonnet from South Texas. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. All right. So you guys are just going to have to deal with this noise. I am sorry if it's too loud for you. Okay. All right. I missed the very beginning. Did you make the Kroger stencil or is it one that you sell? So I don't sell this. I better move that. This is actually one that I picked up when I was out on a trip, and I had always wanted to try a JRV stencil, and I grabbed it, and so far I'm really liking it. So it's good. What have you guys used JRV stencils yourselves? Tell me what your thoughts are. Oh, that one I probably should have offloaded a little bit more. So the key to a good crisp stencil is to make sure your stencil brush is offloaded enough, okay? I like right now I am like, okay, I want this to be over and done with, but I know that I have to make sure that I get a nice crisp image. All right, let's see here. Yep. Maybe you could turn your project around so the stencil is hanging over, doesn't get in the way. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. It's okay. And it's making this horrible noise. I think that's what's bothering me. Not that it's taking so long, but it's making this terrible noise. Morning. I had to open the shop before tuning in. Hello, hello. Love the mini crock stencils and the mini grain sack logo stencils from JRV. I'm going to have to try those. Good to know. So I carry the JRV stencil brushes, and you can find those on my website. But I didn't know at the time because I use the Royce stencils, but I think the JRV stencils are just quite a bit different than Royce cycled stencils. So I did go with the stencils right away, but it's definitely something that I could add to it. Okay, I'm liking that. Looks really good. Okay. I just want to add just a tad more paint in the top without doing too much, because now we're going to do these little letters. Okay. Let's see. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing out. I just used the Old World letter stencils yesterday and worked great. Let's see here. Morning, Sonnet, and everyone. Sorry I'm late. That's okay, Bonnie. The noise isn't awful. Okay, good. Because it's like, oh God, is it sounding pretty well? I'm wondering if this is too loaded for this. We'll see when I take off the stencil. I hope we're getting a clean image. Okay, I'm almost done, and then we can chat more. Okay, did I get that one good? I just want to make sure this all looks good before I end it up. I really wanted to use the smaller brush, but that's okay. Okay, I think it's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, and the G was not off. See the I had too much paint on as well. Everything else looks really good. So I think I'm going to let this dry, and I think I'm going to just sand it a bit. Oh, shoot. I'm going to throw this in some water because I don't want it to, because I'm going to be here for 2 hours, and I don't want my good stencil brush all messed up. Now, the key is you don't want your brush to be in water up over there. So I just have it, just the very tip of it where the paint was. And then I just am going to grab. Oh, yeah. I didn't even show you guys. Here, I'm worried about all my supplies. I didn't even show you what I did yet. I am like, oh, I like to clean up my stencils a bit. And what I have discovered with the Fusion paint having a top coat built in, it dries really hard. And so that is one thing I'm kind of picky about, is I like to have my stencils somewhat clean. I know some people that don't ever clean their stencils, and totally fine. The one thing too I noticed about the stencils is that I like them too because they're nice and thick. So that's really nice as well. Okay, let me just finish this up. Oh, that's not my mouse. Let's see here. Okay, so it looks like people are loving here. I'm just going to set it like this. Maybe that will be a good thing while okay, here. This is what it looks like so far, you guys. I think it looks really good. I really like that color too. What do you guys think about? I think I'm going to sand it just a little bit or distress it. That way the where it says the and the G, because it's not absolutely perfect. Good gone, then good gone, or goo gone, and then alcohol. Okay, I'm just using baby wipes really quick. Just bear with me, guys. I am so sorry. I know you don't want to watch me clean my stencils, but I just want to have it done. So, yes, go. Love it. Okay. All right. Everybody's loving it. Okay. I got most of it off here. Perfect. Like I said, I'm kind of a stickler. All right. Or I try to be with that. Okay. We're setting that over there. Okay. So I love it too. Do you guys think I should distress a little bit, or I don't know. Here, I'll let you look. You guys decide. The and the G look a little, I wouldn't say, it's not horrid, but it's not as perfect as I'd like. Yes, distress. No worries. It's all part of crafting. Yes, distress. Okay, it's dry, or it feels pretty dry. Let's distress it a little bit. Okay. I'm going to grab a paper towel. Okay. Oh, good. Perfectly imperfect. Yes, I agree. Okay, like that. I'm just going to distress it a little bit more here. Okay. I like it. I think it looks really good. Okay. All right. Now that we have that done, let's start doing, I think I was going to do the dark oil wax on all of these. And while that is all like, what I found with the dark oil wax too, you guys, is that you want it to soak in for a little bit. All right. Are there any downsides to not cleaning your stencils? I think it's just a preference. I don't like it when there's a lot of paint built up around the edges. That's why I clean it. Oh, it's black. All right. So let me go ahead. And since I have started using this, I am like slightly obsessed with it. So, oh shoot. Anybody else? All right. I really like Sweetie Jane. The color. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sweetie Jane. Yep. That is the color of this. So I'm really liking it as well. All right. I was trying to see if I'm missing anything. Oh, yes. You guys must both. I've heard that she says that on her channel. So that's awesome. Okay. Let's just go ahead. Dump a little bit of the oil wax. And then let's rub it in. Guys, and like I said, I love this stuff. It gets into like all the nooks and crannies of your piece. So with this, all right. Okay. Would you ever milk paint a table in flour sack and do dark oil wax? So oh gosh, I don't have it in here. I don't think. But I did do flour sack recently, and I did like a dark oil wax. And you guys, it looked awesome. It really did. At first I was like, oh, is it going to be like too dark? But no, because it had like all the crackle, that the dark wax went into the crackle, but you could wipe off. So it still had some, that whiteness to it. All right. So I really like it. So I think it's definitely, so this is what it kind of looks like with the oil wax on it. And then I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to let it sit for like about 10 minutes and let it get in there, and then come back and wipe it off. It like really absorbs into the milk paint. All right, let's take a peek. I just want to see if I'm missing any comments, because can the dark oil wax be used with DIY and fusion paints as well? I have not put it directly. Have I put it directly on DIY? I have not yet. But I am using it over the fusion paint, and I've done that before, and it has worked fine. Oh, okay. So Stephanie says, yes, you can. yeah, it looks like you can. Actually, the milk paint in a way reminds me of the DIY because, it can be like, it has to be sealed. So, and I have definitely used like the DIY wax over the Fusion. So that has worked really good too. I just like how they can all be used together. So that's what I was really excited about too with when I started offering them. That they all really complement each other. Okay, that looks good. We'll do the bottom as well. Okay, let's take a peek here. Are you using a fan brush? I am using a chip brush. I am using a chip brush. Can the dark oil wax be used? Okay. If you use stencil with a water-based paint, the next color might reactivate a color that doesn't match, and you're doing what you're doing the next time. Absolutely. Yes, you can. If I would have used like DIY versus the first to stencil it, if I would have used something that like a DIY paint, it could have reactivated. Absolutely. So this is another reason to use the Fusion for stenciling when you're doing it on the milk paint, because you do need to seal it. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Oh my gosh, Claudia says she's kind of nervous. Oh, don't be nervous. My husband is nervous for me sometimes too, but I haven't done this over this color yet, but don't be nervous. Let's see. Okay, Amanda says she always gets nervous using waxes. Oh, so everybody used to say to me, like, why don't you use more waxes? You're always sealing stuff, but you're not using a lot of waxes. And the one reason too that I would kind of stick away is I would seal it and then use the dark wax, but now I've been using clear wax and then using the darker waxes. And then now I'm not as afraid because I had a project one time that I worked really hard on, and I was new to working with waxes. And what I did was I ended up putting the dark wax on, and it just absorbed into the DIY paint. And I tried to use clear wax to get it off, and I just had a heck of a time. It turned into a very stressful situation. And after that, I now know I should probably turn it so you guys can see. I now know to use the clear wax first, and it's all good. So, or you can seal it and then use the dark wax over the sealed product as well. All right. Okay, so let me just finish this up. And I will do the bottom as well, but I'm going to wait until I get the top done. Okay. Looks like Pam says, caught your live from Texas and South Padre, now on vacay, and brought my crafting. So excited to see you watching and learning. Awesome. I did my coffee table and flower sack with dark oil wax, and it looks so authentic. Old, but did it on a budget. Yes, I think I'm very obsessed with the milk paint, you guys. I think it looks awesome. And it does make it look very authentic. It's authentically old. All right. Okay, so that's so far what the inside looks like. I'm going to get this other side here. without getting myself full of oil wax, right? We'll see. We'll see how that works. This is when I probably should have an apron. We talked about that. Okay, let's see here. Amanda, me too. I've ruined items with wax. Oh, I'm sorry, Jackie. I know. You were applying down the side of your box. Or you're dripping down the side of your box. Okay, let's see. What side am I dripping down? I'm just going to go like this. Okay. And as soon as I get that done, then we'll do that last side. And then we're going to let this sit for a minute. And then we're going to go to, I'm going to start doing the candlesticks. So let's see here. All right. I painted my door cast iron. It's beautiful color, but when you seal it, it changes the color. Oh, that must have a long working time. Nice. Yeah, this does. The dark oil wax is so beautiful on raw old wood. It keeps the patina, but brings it to life. I'm obsessed with Sweet Pickins products. Oh, that's a good tip. I never even thought about that. So I have been wanting to add a milk line, and I played around with Sweet Pickins a little bit and just loved it. And so I am just learning. I know somebody had said to me that they thought I worked the milk paint too much on my candlesticks. And maybe so, but I am, like I said, just playing around with it, trying to get a feel for it and how I like to use it. So I am very excited. All right. Let me get this side and then we'll tackle a candlestick. All right, let's take a peek here. Esther here. Sorry, I'm just joining. That's okay. Hello from Chicagoland. Woo, how is it? The Windy City. Okay, so Tina says, I missed it. What's going on over the top of the paint? We are using Sweet Pickins dark oil wax. And I have used it now a couple times, you guys, and I am very obsessed with it. The first time I used it, I just applied it and wiped it off like almost immediately. A viewer told me that I should let it sit for a little bit, really absorb into the project, and then wipe it off. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just let this sit for a minute, and while it's sitting, let's go ahead and start sealing these. So, all right. Oh gosh, I didn't even recommend a daily allowance of crafting. Esther, that's her tagline. I love it. Stephanie loves it too. That really has a shiny finish where you stamped Kroger. Yep, it's probably maybe the oil, but we'll wipe it off. Put the wax oil on raw wood and let it sit for more than 15 minutes and wipe it off. It's gorgeous. So do you guys think we should do that for these? Let's chat about that. So I'm going to put those right there because these are going to go on the top and bottom, and we're going to make kind of little risers with them, I think. So I'm doing the dark oil wax on all of these items that I painted Wednesday. And then I brought them outside and I distressed the heck out of them. And let's see here. What milk paint did she use? I used Sweetie Jane's milk paint. Oh, is there a glare? So that's Sweetie Jane. And then we're using the dark oil wax. So these candlesticks, though, I painted a marquee like in October. I think it might have been in September. I painted a marquee, and then before I added the milk paint, I sealed them with Big Top. And then from there, I brought them outside and I sanded them all down. And then it brought back some of that marquee from underneath, and it has wait till you guys see this. It looks so good. So good. That dark oil wax is getting into all the crevices, and oh, it looks so good. So I'm going to let that sit there. Okay, let's see what comments. I think the raw wood with the oil wax on the candlesticks would look good. Okay. I think we should do that, you guys. What do you think? I think we should. So 15 minutes, you said, to leave it on the raw wood, huh? Now look, it's almost 11 o'clock, and if I would have just had the 1 hour, we would never have gotten, well, we might not even, I'm hoping to get through these projects. That's what I'm hoping. So that then maybe Monday we'll just start fresh, right? Oh, you guys, this is like going into all those little nooks and crannies from the milk paint, like all the crackle. Looks really, really good. Okay. Hold on. So what I'll do is I'm going to add the oil wax to all of these. And then once I do that, then I'm going to come back and we'll wipe it all back. The one thing I need to buy, somebody help me with the word. Microfiber. I feel like I have hair. The micro where it has no lint. That's what I need. I don't know. Oh, it's probably somewhere. Shedding like crazy. All right. Looks good. Okay, we're setting that one aside. Then we'll go on to the number 3. Microfiber. Thank you. I'm like, what? What is that word? What is that word? What is the brand of the dark oil wax? Okay, so it is Sweet Pickins, and you guys, all the products can be found on my website too. But it's the Sweet Pickins dark oil wax, and the waxes come in 4 colors. So there's the dark oil wax, there's clear, there's black, and there's white. So very similar to the Debbie Beard's waxes too, the regular waxes. She has them on all those colors too for DIY paint. So I think what we'll have to do is paint something with the DIY paint and see how the dark oil wax works with that. So that is something that I will do on a project. On one of these projects that we create in the next few lives. Okay, let's see here. I feel like I'm missing comments. All right. No more than 15 minutes max. I think they're all okay. So no more than 15-minute max on these. So I better time that. Oh, that's a good idea too. You can use coffee filters in a pinch too. I do have a bunch of coffee filters that I really need to get rid of because I actually bought the wrong size. I don't know if you guys, I'm telling you, I ended up, oh my word, be careful when you do that. I ended up buying here, I'm going to quick throw it on here too. The smaller size by accident. I'm like, oh boy, Sonnet. I didn't even realize they were like right by each other. And Okay. I dumped way too much oil wax on this one, so I'm going to just do these two. Okay. All right. Okay, let me, I would wipe the box off soon. Okay. She said that she would wipe the box off soon. Let's wipe the box off now. We don't want to wait too long. I was like, oh, we'll let it sit. We'll let it sit. Okay, let me wipe it off now. I'm going to grab one more. Okay. What we'll do. Oh, yeah. It's looking good. I love it. Should probably put a cap on Phil's. All right, I'm going to turn it. And okay, I'm going to just grab this side. All right, and then I'm just going to wipe the insides here. All right. Oh, it's looking so good. Oh, and it really didn't leave a lot of lint either. So, okay. All right. Oh, that's looking good. Okay. So I wiped this all off. Oh, I really like it, you guys. I really like it. I think it looks so good. I like the color we went with too for the Kroger. I think it's perfect. I liked how we distressed it. Hopefully you guys, okay, I'm like looking, can you see it? There's no glare. That looks good. We're gonna let that dry. Okay. Oh, so vintage looking. It does. Makes the Kroger look like it was originally part of it. It does. I love it. I think it looks so good. Okay. Beautiful. Yes, I love it too. Okay, we're going to let that go a little bit, and then I'm going to finish these, and then we'll wipe that off. I'll work fast. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yay is what I say. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Okay. That's looking good. All right, we'll get the top, then I'll finish this one, and then we'll do the big one, and then we'll wipe the other one back. This looks really good. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm glad you guys are all liking the Kroger's one. I think it looks so good too. All right, let's see here. Went to town on when I put way too much oil wax on this, and I had to do both of them at the same time. Okay. All right, let me get the inside. The reason I'm using the chip brush too is, well, I read an article, or somebody made a comment, or maybe it was I'm trying to think where I read it. I read it somewhere. But I was using it on paper towel, and it was absorbing a lot of the oil wax in there. They recommended using a chip brush. And then somebody said, well, put it in a plastic bag and just keep reusing it. And I thought about it and I'm like, sometimes some things can be like, I don't know if it would be combustible. So I decided not to do it. I don't like, you never want to use stain and then put your rags in a bag and leave them in the house or leave them in the garage, because that can like spontaneously combust and cause like a fire. So you want to definitely be careful. And this kind, I mean, it's not stain, but it's still, I don't know, like it just scares me. I don't want things like starting on fire, like by doing anything like that. So if anybody knows about this, let's talk about it. Have you reused your brushes? Has anything happened? That would be a great conversation. Do you have Facebook groups on it? I'd love to show my furniture flips with DIY paint and milk paint. Yes, I do. I do have my group page. I don't have, I could attach the link. So if somebody has my group page, my Sonnets Garden Blooms group page, if you want to, or if you could, put that in the comments for her, like the link. But yeah, I think if you just like, I almost said Google it, but if you search it, it comes up. But yeah, definitely. I love seeing the same name as her YouTube channel. I have a small metal bucket with water in it and a lid top. I throw all my oil wax brushes or rags in. Okay. Does it wash out? Because I feel like oil and water, it wouldn't. Like, or you just put them in there afterwards and then you toss them. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm going to want to get rid of this, you guys. It looks so good. Oh. See, that's my problem. That's why sometimes, you guys, I get really, like, I thrift items and I don't know why. Like, I give people credit that can buy the coolest things and then sell it. I get really attached to things, and then that's why it sits in my stash for so long, because I don't want to get rid of it because I love everything. Oh, but I have to. These three were supposed to go together. Oh, they are. Okay, so no, because they are combustible. Yes. Yep. All right. That's what I thought. So she said she puts them in water, and she does that because they are combustible. And that's exactly it. So when I read that comment, I was like, I don't know if that's really that safe to keep reusing, because it's not like paint, you guys, because I do that. I have a little Ziploc bag, and when I'm working on a project, I just throw it in there and I keep on, reusing it until I'm done with my project, and then I wash them. Because I'm not going to rewash like in between coats and stuff. But all right, almost done with this, and then we'll wipe off from the first project. All right. Oh gosh, you guys, this looks so good. So good. This is why, like, I love this stuff. It just like goes in all the little nooks and crannies, and oh my gosh, not put a cap on spills, guys. Put a cap on spills. Thank God it didn't get on me. Oh my Lord. But it did get, thank God I have this down too. Okay, we're putting a cap on it now. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, did it get on me? I don't think so. That's okay. Okay. Well, this has a lot on it. That's all right. Okay. All right. There. I am just going to leave that. I'm going to wipe some of this off. Set that down. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Let's let's see. I'm playing with IOD, all troll doors, dewdrop pond, and mushrooms mold on larger mason jars. Oh, don't know what it will all be. That sounds cool. Oh, Nancy says that's her problem too. She doesn't want to get rid of anything. I know. Okay, so I'm going to move this here so that you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, I use cheap chip brushes. Yeah, that's what I was using, just a cheap chip brush. When I worked for a theater, we didn't know about that in the back room. Almost caught on fire. Yes. There is soap for brushes. Yeah, I don't know if it'll get what is going on with my hair here? This piece. There is soap for brushes, but I don't know if the oil wax would come out of it. I could try. Okay. Oh my word. Okay. So now I am wiping off the excess here. And then I'm going to show it to you. So you can see like it brings out all that really good detail. Let me go ahead and do this. The oil comes off. Okay, that's good to know. All right, I'm wiping off the excess here. Oh my gosh, it just looks so good, you guys. This one, oh my. Oh, wow. Look at this. Oh, I don't know if it's showing like, oh gosh, I feel like it's got the glare, but it's so good. This one is so good. They're all good, but oh, I love it. Okay. Let me see. Those look aged to perfection. They are. I agree. I think these turned out really, really good. I think they turned out amazing. Oh, good. So Amanda says, now I want to play around with the waxes more. Good. I'm glad to hear it. There's times too when I'm nervous about trying different things. Okay. So those are all going to be done. Let's go ahead and tackle the metal ones now. I'll have to get some of the oil. Love how it's made these look. I know. It really... Okay, so we're going to just wipe. These have a little screw on them. So I think it's so awesome, you guys. Okay, wiping this one down. And then this too has all kinds of really awesome detail. And let me wipe this one down next. Oh yeah, these look cool too. These have little tiny screws on the bottom. I don't like it. Hey, Sarah. She says, hi, everyone. I'm glad I managed to catch a live from dark and cold UK. Oh no. Dark and cold. It's not good. Okay. So there's this one as well. I like those a lot too. And then my favorite piece. We'll see. Oh, this looks so good. Oh, I love how the dark wax went into... You know, I really like that the milk paint is kind of temperamental, or like it kind of does its own thing, because you never know how the pieces are going to turn out. I love it. I love that it's going to be... Oh my. Guys, I didn't realize that when I wiped it out. This is like a whole... It's all full of oil wax. So to wipe that out really good. That's funny. But I just like how it's just really unique, and each piece will turn out so cool. All right. Oh, perfect. This looks so good. So good. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm going to take some photos too because the lighting, like I said, is not the best in here. But I love how it gets into like all the little cracks and crevices of it. Looks really good. All right. So these three, this tall candlestick and then the other two metal ones here are done. So those are officially finished and I love it. So I'm going to put those there. And then that will go into some form of a vignette. All right. And then, oh my, this one like has my fingerprint in the oil wax. Nobody wants my fingerprints. I hope they don't. All right. Okay, so the Kroger box 2 is complete. I love it. So that one's done. And then now we have these three. So let's chat about what we're going to do. So should we try the oil wax on here? Okay. Did you do anything to the metal ones before painting? I did not. So what I did is I used, when I painted these red, I painted those white swan and I just painted it directly on. So I just used the DIY paint. I sealed them and then I used the milk paint. So I sealed them with Big Top. That's all I did. Oh, Ruth said she's anxiously awaiting the large plastic envelopes. I saw your order. I'm going to get it out today. I think I don't even remember if it went out or if it's going out today. All right, let's look here. You should do a weekly milk paint live. I'm obsessed. Oh, maybe I should. Well, I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff. So I have a lot to play around with and I have a lot under here too, you guys. Oh boy. Let's see here. Do you ever have to relax or will it last for, do you ever have to re-wax or will it last for a lifetime? That's a really great question. I did not see anything that, I think with the, I would have to say you probably do not need to re-wax. I think it will last a lifetime because once it cures, it hardens. It's very similar to that of, it just reminds me, like the oil wax reminds me of kind of like almost like a stain. So once it gets in there, I think once it cures, which I think it would be fine. But again, those are my thoughts. I have to look into it further, but I would think you would not have to. Those are all turned out beautifully. Love them. Thank you. I'm still not fully mastered milk paint yet, but gonna keep trying. Good. Yes, try it. I've only done white milk paint, Wagon red milk paint, both with dark oil waxes, and one did 50-50 and 50-50 olive and basil milk paint. Ooh, that sounds like fun. All right. Oh, once the oil wax cures, you can put a transfer over it. Oh, that's good to know too. All right, guys. So let's go ahead. What color did you use of the paint? Are you talking the milk paint? I used on these items, I used Sweetie Jane. And I just used the sample pack. So I did 2 scoops of the Sweetie Jane and 2 scoops of water. And that covered all 6 candlesticks. And it also covered the Kroger or the container. And I did 2 coats on each one. So all of that covered. So I've been really impressed with these samples too. So if you want to try like for small projects, when I did that big frame, that unfortunately took 1.5. And the reason why I painted the whole inside the frame was huge and I painted the frame outside, but then I had that chipping issue where that was one thing that I'm learning with milk paint. Sometimes it reacts differently to different things. And then I had to redo that. But in the end, I really like how it turned out. So I'm very, very pleased with the fact that it chipped kind of weird. But is Sweetie Jane the name of the color? Yes. So it is Sweet Pickens milk paint called Sweetie Jane, and it's on my website. That is crazy how far the milk paint will go. I know. I was really like, wow. Okay, guys, we're going to try this on here. We're going to just roll with it. All right. So what I did is I just created I went outside before my live, and I took the top of that big candlestick and I drew a circle, and then I just cut it out with my jigsaw. All right, so that's what I'm doing. Let's see here. So if you do a transfer over the oil wax after it cures, do you seal the transfer? I would say yes, and I would probably seal it with like a big top. Because anytime you use a transfer, you should really seal it. All right, so this is looking really good. Okay. Yeah, white milk paint typically takes 3, and I think that's because I did use Flour Sack on that picture frame, and it did require 3 coats. So you're absolutely right. So that's, I think, too, why I had to use 1.5. Okay. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to do I'm just going to quick paint them all, or stain them, or oil them all. All right. Let me do that. Okay, so yes, do another coat of the same oil wax. So on that original one, you think I should do another coat of that oil wax on there? Okay. Just wanna check in the time. It's looking good. Looking good for time. But you can use Sweet Pickens top coat. It's matte finish and really pretty. Oh, okay. So that's what you're talking about. So you can either, to seal the transfer, you can use the oil wax, or you can also use a top coat. Okay. Yep, I got it now. I'm multitasking here, you guys. Oh, I'm trying to keep up with the comments, but I love it. I love the interaction, you guys. I love it. I'm learning a lot too, because this is a newer product to me too. And I just received the top coats in from Sweet Pickens. I haven't had a chance to play around with them, so I'll have to do that too. And then I don't think I have them listed yet, so I have to get them listed on my website. So, but like I said, I just got them in. So, all right, 2 down, 4 to go. The oil wax, how long does it take to cure? I think I read it takes like, let me see. I thought it said on the back of the container. I can grab it in just a sec because I don't want to misspeak. But I just am going to finish this and then I'll grab it. I thought it said, okay, I'm not even going to guess. Oh, okay. So she said, Sweet Pickens, a top coat is the perfect finish for a farmhouse look because it's matte, no shine. And yes, there's actually 3 finishes for there's the satin, the matte, and then the glossy. And I didn't actually buy the glossy just because I am not, for those who love gloss, I am not a gloss fan. I either prefer matte or satin finish. So those are the two that I actually bought. But I probably should have all three just in case somebody wants to. I'm sure there's always a time and a purpose for a glossy look. Okay. Oh, Stephanie wants to know if you own the entire Sweet Pickins line. She's obviously played around with it, so I love it. I love it. That's great. Okay, this one is like taking this a little darker. I like that. Oh, the oil wax cures in 5 to 21 days, depending on the environment. All right. I was actually going to say like 30 days. I always just say give everything about 30 days. All right. All right. She says, no, she does not own the entire line, but been furniture flipping with it for years. Awesome. Okay. I know I've actually, because I played around with it a while ago, and then I thought about adding it to my product line a while ago, and I held off. And I'm like, now I'm kicking myself because I'm just enjoying it so much, you guys. And I just got it in. I just started playing with it. So, okay, so we got 4 down, 2 more to go. All right, I'm just trying to see, did I miss anything? Okay. All right. So I think this is looking really good. So as soon as I get done with these, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe them back right away, even though I think she said leave them on for about 15 minutes. But so I don't know what I'm going to pick for Monday's projects, because I think this is going to probably take me right to noon to finish these up, possibly, because I want to do that other frame, finish that, and then I feel so accomplished, you guys. But we could dabble with a different milk paint on Monday. Trying to figure out what to work on next. But are there any colors that you guys want to play around with? I currently don't offer free shipping, but my shipping is pretty reasonable. Oh, yeah. That's something to definitely think about. I just don't offer that option yet. I'm sorry. Okay, let me finish this. If you were to spell centerized, how would you spell it? With a Z or a S? Centerized. I think a Z. I think just like how you have it. Yes, I know. I was thinking about, I haven't said the word lately. Because it's such a, now that I know, for the longest time, I really thought it was centerized, you guys. It was my own word. Oh, but every time I say it, though, too, people are like, you do realize it's not a word. And then I'm like, okay, I do now. You guys. So, I also want to mention that I just went out and I looked and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I was so excited about hitting 10,000 and 11,000. And then now I have just hit 13 and I'm almost to 14. So I'm just like, woohoo! Thank you. Thank you. I just appreciate everybody joining me for my lives and watching my content. It's so awesome. Okay, so we are going to put a cap on the spills so we don't have the same issue that we just did a second ago. And let's start with the first one, and I'm just going to wipe that back. Ooh, yeah. 50-50 basil and flour sack. What is that color? What does that come out to? Ooh, I like this. The greens in that paint line are really nice. Yes. Okay, so the one that I have been wanting to try, In a Pickle. The minute I went like when I placed my first order, I'm like, oh my gosh, In a Pickle. Well, green is one of my favorite colors. I love it. And sometimes people don't like greens, but I think they're amazing. And that one is just so fun. Let's see. I'm with Fairbanks on one of those above. That's okay. I make up words all the time. You're not alone. It's a light herb green. Ooh. You can tell those of us who use the swipe typing instead of love it does live. I've done it twice just today. Oh, I love it. Okay. So those are looking really good. Oh gosh, this is so good. In a Pickle with DIY clear and black wax is very vintage. Oh, should we do something with that? Let's see here. The black wax. I like it. Let's look. Okay. I have some items that would be really okay. These are done. Okay. All right. Got it. Good. Oh gosh, you guys. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like. Yeah, I like it. I don't know if I like it on the bottom. Maybe I should just leave. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you think I should just leave maybe, yeah, like that? Should I just put it on one? Maybe I should just put it on one. They're pretty sturdy. I don't know if I like it on both. I just don't know if I like it on both ends. What do you think? You guys tell me what you think. I feel like I don't like it on both sides. I just won't stand very well then, or it just won't stand very well then though. Yeah, I know. Okay, that sounds really pretty. In a Pickle. Yes, it just won't, rather. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm just going to do it. All right. So it is 11:30. So let's just finish this up. Oh, shoot. Throwing stuff around, guys. I like it on both sides. Okay, a small one on top would be better. Yeah, will be too top heavy. Yep. Okay, I like both ways. Okay, I'm just going to do it. Let's see here. Just going to put a little bit. Yeah. All right. I'm just going to add a little bit of, almost said a little wax because I've been working with the wax. And I'm going to centerize it, guys. And then I'm going to use my brad nailer and I'm going to brad nail it. And that's what we're going to do. Uh-oh, what did I hit? Oh my God. Can you guys hear it? Okay. I don't know how to get my computer to stop talking to me. Oh my word. Oh my God. Somebody help me. No sound. Okay. You're fine. Okay. Okay. Okay, hold on. I muted it. Okay, can you hear me now? Because I muted myself. I was trying to mute. My computer is literally because I set this down and I hit something on here. They will look like antique thread bobbins with both need for stability. It's fine. It's fine. I think it'll be good. Okay. All right. Um, all right. Let's do the next one. Let's see. Yeah, I think. All right. That will be good. Let's see. Gonna put that, centerize that too. Okay. And let's do it. Oh, it looks. I like it. I like them. I think they're good. Okay, can everybody still see me and hear me? Because honestly, after that all happened, okay, it's done talking to me. Hopefully, it didn't like do something weird. Let's finish these up, and then we're gonna do. Yes, okay, good. Oh, gosh, I set this down, and it landed on my mouse, and my computer literally started talking to me. Oh, kind of freaked out for a second, you guys. I was like, what did I do? What did I do? Oh boy. I did not like what I did. Okay. Okay. A bunch of my glue just can't win out. Nice bread nailer. No air compressor needed. No, this is like one of my best investments ever. I love it. I love it. I love it. I bought it and I put it out on my regular page, not even on my business page. I just was like, look at what I bought, guys, like to all my friends. And a bunch of guy friends were like, don't shoot yourself with it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I will not shoot myself with it. It just made me laugh. It's like, it's fine. I need one of those. LOL. I hate using the air compressor. This is honestly so convenient. I bring it. It's always with me. It's always with me. Oh. All right. And last one. Can you believe that we finished it, you guys? I'm so happy. I'm gonna just put the top on right away so I don't forget to do that. I'm really trying hard to put everything away. It's like a goal. It's a goal. As soon as I get done organizing in here, I'm going to show you guys what I've done. We had a talk about how I had to come up with a different way to organize everything, like all my new products, and Perfect. I love it. I think it looks good. I'm glad we got that done. Okay. I'm going to wipe my fingers off. Is it a battery? Yes, it is. It's a battery that has a charger, and I actually have 2 batteries, and it just charges. One only or a bigger base. Okay. I still nail things by hand, need to bite the bullet and just buy one of those already. Yes, you guys, it is like the best investment. Oh, don't be afraid, Ruth. It is not hard at all. It's like you just saw me. I just used it and it's totally easy. Okay, so I'm gonna put that there. Okay, guys. So I just want to touch this up and then I'll seal it later. And okay, so let's talk about projects. How about, I've been wanting to finish this. This is one of the things I've been wanting to finish. The other thing too, a friend of mine sent me this too, and it's a bunch of tissue paper. She buys a bunch of tissue paper in bulk. I don't know where she buys it, but it's got this beautiful design. And when you talked about that, the greens and stuff, the in a pickle, I think would look awesome with this. So I have to figure out how we can use this. Let's see here. Jackie says, what brand is that? It's a DeWalt. So it is a DeWalt brad nailer. Thanks, Kelly. I love how the projects turned out too. All right. I'm just going to finish wrong color. Finish this, and then let's talk about Monday and what we're going to do. And we could even start today, actually, but it's getting a little late. But all right. So what we're doing here, I'm just going to add a second coat, even though I had added 1 coat and sealed it. I was just not happy with how it had a little bit of the green popping through here and there. So I am just going in here and we are just adding 1 more coat of that custom color. And actually somebody did write on there what the custom color was, and because it was made up on one of my lives. A viewer helped with that. I love it when you guys give me fun ideas. Oh, okay. So Jackie says we're going to do the clock. All right. Well, that sounds good. All right. So the clock. Yes, I wanted to find one of those. Oh, she did. Okay. So yes, we can do multiple things because, we have 2 hours, so we can start multiple projects. So I was thinking definitely the clock. The other thought, and my mom, okay, so I have this sign. What I was thinking is, this is kind of like raised. So I was actually thinking about putting that tissue paper here and then doing something with that as well. But I like the idea of doing the milk paint possibly on it as well. So I don't know. I haven't combined milk paint and other stuff yet. Okay, let's see here. Lynn says, I just got a cordless DeWalt brad nailer and a skill saw for my birthday. I had rather receive power tools than jewelry. Me too. I printed out vintage clock faces, Mod Podged them to rust lids, and did crackle and brown wax over them, just like Ellen Jade Goods for my Christmas ornaments. That's awesome. Oh, speaking of my mom, yeah, I should have her. Should I have my mom on next week? Oh, I painted this side already. So I was going to invite my mother. Well, I think after the holidays. Well, she'll probably head back up north. So maybe I should have her. I'll see if she's available next week to come on and she can join in the fun. Because otherwise, what's going to happen is she's going to head back up north. Her and my dad, they have their cabin up there. It's very close to our cabin. And she comes back and she restocks her booth. And now, like, she's getting ready for Christmas and all that. But then they're going to get the itch to get back up north. And so I'll find out. Maybe next week, Wednesday. Should I do the other question, you guys? Should I do a bonus live next Friday? What's next? Maybe not. I think that's awfully close to the holidays. I'm getting so excited about getting so much done on my lives. Let's see here. That would be fun seeing you two together. I'll be making those for next year as well. Jackie, L&J Goods is an amazing creator, and you should definitely check her channel out. She has so many good ideas. I love her most recent one. Okay, I gotta put this somewhere. Where am I gonna put this? Okay, hold on one sec. Did you guys see what she did with the Christmas ornaments? She took the Christmas ornaments. She painted them red. And I don't know what color red. I just saw she put it on the IOD tribe page, I believe. But she painted them red. She even painted, I think the top's red, had red ribbon. And then she took the mold from one of the, oh gosh, what is that mold? But I'm trying to think of the name of it. Pennsylvania Folk. Or it's either the Pennsylvania Folk, it's one of those. And she left those all white. Oh my gosh, the white contrast to the red was amazing. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes, you guys, it's called L&J Goods, and that's actually the name of her storefront. And she does YouTube videos and she makes posts, and she's a really good creator. All right. Have you ever seen her mushroom ornaments she made with tinfoil and clay? I did. Yes, that was a lot of work, you guys. But yes, it's very, very cool. Okay. So I think what we're going to do, let's get together what we're going to start next. So we got these all done. I am going to seal that picture frame. I'm going to take photos of all of this and put it out on Facebook so you guys get to see the finished product. And I think for the next projects, what we're going to do is we're going to start the clock. We have time today. We could even come up with a game plan. Okay. So we're going to do, I think, this. Let me see here. What else I can grab? I'm looking around, you guys. Oh, I did have some stuff over here too that I was thinking about. All right. If you even knew, we have to clean this stuff out. We have to. Okay, so I've had this, and I kind of liked it as is, but I want to change it up, I think. So we have this. We'll work on this too. Oh, those will be fun to make over. Yeah, so we're going to work on this one. We'll start that. We'll do the sign. We will start this. So because this is like, the reason it's still down there, I've had it for a while, is because I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I do want to paint it. So I think this is going to be the inspiration of a lot of the color choice that we go with on Monday. Let's see here. The colors that we talked about were in a pickle. We also talked about mixing, I think she had wrote basil and, oh gosh, there's a lot of comments now. Basil and flour sack. All right, there's some new comments. So let's start new. Make a vintage style sign with that board with the angel with the horn. Fusion coal will in a pickle over it, a black stencil, and then clear and black wax over. Okay. So I was thinking, okay, so let's, oh my God, I think I froze. Oh boy, I hope I'm not freezing because I'm freezing on my screen. Okay, so I think this is going to be, okay, first of all, I have to make sure it fits. Because I hate, yes, okay. So this is going to be some of the inspiration for next week as well. Oh, no, you're fine. Okay, good. It looked like I glitched on my screen. So I think we're gonna, because in a pickle too reminds me of like a summery color or like a, like a spring color as well. So we're gonna run with it and we're gonna do in a pickle. And I think what we're gonna use this as well. Okay, I got it. All right, so I am trying to think what color we should paint. Maybe because she did say start with fusion coal, the coal black. Maybe I'll paint this the coal black. We'll do the in a pickle over it, and then we'll also do very similar. We'll paint this the edges coal black, and we'll do just the edges the in a pickle, and we'll do this in the center. And then, you guys, I also have, now where did I put it? I have these little knobs, and I think it'd be very cool to have this as like, because it's actually a hanger, have hangers on here, like with this. So I think I'm going to do some hangers on there. Is that a paint inlay or decoupage paper? Okay, so if you guys watched my reel recently, a friend of mine sent me a box of goodies. And in the box of goodies, she just sent me all things that she thinks that I would love. I opened it up and she had sent me a stack of this paper. And right away, it reminded me of that IOD transfer. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous, you guys. So, oh gosh. So how about we do this? Oh God, I don't know how I'd keep track of it. But I was going to say that if you showed up and participated in next week's video, Monday and Wednesday, I would send a couple sheets to that person. Robin says I'm late. That's okay. You're here. So what do you guys think? How would I keep track of that? I'd have to write down basil and olive green. Basil and olive green. Do you think we should do in a pickle or basil and olive green? Or I think she said basil and I want something dark with this. And I want to use the clear and dark wax from DIY. Oh, that's okay. There's a couple of you guys, basil and flour sack. Maybe I should play around with it. Special word, must know both words. Oh, good idea. Special word. You're not frozen. Thanks. Okay, well, I'll think about it, but I think this is so cool. It's kind of like a decoupage paper. It's just tissue paper that it has a design on it. But yeah, this is really fun. So otherwise, let's see, lantern and flour sack milk paint. I have to look at lantern. Oh, lantern's like really dark. So it'd be more of like, does it give you almost like a charcoaly color? What brands are you speaking of? DIY? Okay, so yes, I am going to, I think what I want, first we're trying to figure out what color palette we're going to start with for next week. I think this is our inspiration to start off with. And then I definitely am thinking of using some DIY waxes. So I am thinking like the dark wax or black wax or dark wax, and probably the clear. So those are the waxes I'm thinking of working with. We're going to try that with the milk paint. So a couple suggestions so far were Lantern Flower Sex milk paint 50/50. Then somebody else had said basil and flower sack, basil and olive green, in a pickle. So, or suitcase milk paint. So so this is like definitely we'll go from there. So I think I'm gonna have a couple different projects set to go. So we have 3 so far. The other thing I was thinking of as well. Oh, here they are. I'm gonna paint them. I'm gonna spray them black. These came off of something else. They're like little handles. So I thought those going across there would be really good. So I'm going to definitely spray those black. Okay, anything, LOL. Okay, Nancy, you're easy. I love it. Okay, well, we at least got the start of it, or the gist of like something that we're gonna do. I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to have a couple things so I can paint it like everything black or whatever I'm gonna do to it. And then after that, then do the next step. That way we can keep it going. The Clock Fusion lace with Sweetie Jane and Pantry Door 50/50. I'm trying to think, like I want, because this I want definitely to, I've been nervous about painting that just because, but I think I have another one too. I can grab them both. But it's just not in here. It's in my other stash. So I was trying to see if there was anything real quick I could grab for you guys that we could do. Oh, the other thing too, we could start next week. Well, I have these. I'm just grabbing stuff that I want to get rid. Like I'm grabbing stuff like that's front and center. Like these were all front and center. I'm like, I just quick grab them. Does the clock work? I do not know. It does have all the mechanisms. It probably does not work because this does not turn right. So I would probably say no, it does not work. It's probably more for decor purposes. I also have this, and it's got a Santa with a snowman on it. Somebody hand painted it. It was very lovely. But all right, Kelly, thanks for joining. So that will be part of it as well. All right, so we got enough items to get us going for Monday. And anything else you guys want to chat about before we go? I think we learned a lot. We are going to dispose of all the oil wax brushes right away so we don't cause any fires. But I think what I'll do is I'll get these ready as well. I'll spray them and we will start then next week. So I'll take pictures of everything for you guys. And then that way you'll be able to see what it looked like to like in real life. But yes, if you haven't anything else. Oh, everybody's saying bye, Kelly. Yes, Kelly is leaving us. She's been on here since the beginning. Awesome. She stuck around for 2 hours. I love it. I love it. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you've been inspired to try milk paint, oil wax, just trying something different. Using even the oil wax on raw wood is awesome. And what color of Sweet Pickins has been your bestseller so far? That would be flour sack. It was number one. The other one that has been selling a lot, which kind of was I didn't realize, curry. That's been a really good one so far. It's like a kind of like reminds me of Queen Bee from DIY. And then the other one too, Birdie. That's been good. Oh, and Sweetie Jane. So, but again, I don't have a lot to compare because you guys, I just got it on my website. So that is so far, but there are so many awesome colors. I'm looking at my rack over here because this is where I had my DIY paint rack here, but I moved that there. And then here now is going to be my Fusion and my Sweet Pickins. So I'm super excited. I got these really awesome containers to put them all in because, you know, they're all in bags. So I feel very organized. I'm very excited. I'm off work early today, so you've kept me company the last 2 hours of work. Awesome. Thanks for joining, Shelly. I appreciate it. So Monday, you guys, we are going to go live again for 2 hours, but it's going to be in the evening. So we're doing it from 6 to 8. So I will see you guys all then. And yes, and we are just going to continue to flip items and get ready for spring. All right. Well, we will see you guys on Monday. I am going to go ahead and finish up my video for tonight. And so I have some editing to do now. You guys have a great weekend and we'll see you guys then. All right. Bye.